Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, grabbing your phone, and seeing one headline everywhere. Every major port has stopped moving. No container ships unloading. No cranes lifting cargo. No trucks leaving terminals. At first, it sounds like another news story that doesn't affect your life. But within just 6 hours, the countdown begins. Not to the end of the economy, but to the moment people realize just how fragile modern life really is. Before we start the video, hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy deep dive stories about the hidden systems that keep our world running. Now let's see what actually happens when the world's ports suddenly come to a complete stop. Most people think products come from stores. In reality, they come from ships. Nearly everything you touch during the day has spent part of its journey inside a steel shipping container. Your phone, your laptop, your shoes, your television, your coffee machine, even many of the ingredients in your kitchen crossed an ocean before reaching you. Around 90% of global trade moves by sea. Ports are the heartbeat of that system. The moment they stop moving, the entire global economy starts holding its breath. Let's begin at hour zero. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Across North America, Europe, Asia, and Australia, cranes suddenly freeze in place. Thousands of dock workers stop working. Container ships begin waiting outside harbors instead of entering them. Truck drivers arrive at terminals only to find locked gates. Rail companies receive emergency notices telling them that incoming cargo won't arrive. Inside shipping control centers, phones start ringing non-stop. No one knows whether this will last 1 hour, 1 day, or much longer. For ordinary people, nothing looks different yet. Supermarkets are open. Gas stations have fuel. Online shopping still accepts orders. Airports continue operating. Life feels completely normal. But behind the scenes, supply chain managers know something terrifying. Modern logistics isn't designed to stop. It's designed to keep moving every minute of every day. Factories don't store months of supplies anymore. Many operate on what's called just-in-time inventory. That means parts arrive only hours before they're needed. It's incredibly efficient, until deliveries stop. By hour 2, emergency meetings begin inside some of the world's biggest companies. Automakers calculate how many hours of components remain. Electronics manufacturers check incoming semiconductor shipments. Food distributors monitor refrigerated containers sitting motionless on ships. Retail giants quietly begin estimating potential shortages. Nobody wants to create panic, but everyone understands the same thing. Time is now the most valuable resource. Meanwhile, hundreds of ships continue arriving from every direction. Normally, ports unload them immediately before sending them back across the ocean. Now they're simply waiting. Every hour of delay creates another traffic jam at sea. Picture a highway where thousands of cars suddenly stop moving. Now imagine those cars each carry millions of dollars worth of cargo. That's exactly what's happening. By hour 4, financial markets begin reacting. Shipping company stocks fall. Insurance firms receive thousands of inquiries. Oil traders start watching fuel deliveries closely. Commodity prices begin climbing. Not because goods have disappeared, but because uncertainty spreads faster than facts. Markets hate one thing more than bad news. They hate not knowing what's coming next. Governments also begin paying attention. Transportation ministries request updates. National security officials monitor critical imports. Emergency response teams start reviewing fuel reserves, medical supplies, and food inventories. No one publicly announces a crisis, but private conversations become increasingly serious. At the same time, millions of shipping containers remain trapped. Some are filled with smartphones. Others carry medicines. Some hold car engines. Others contain frozen seafood, fresh fruit, or life-saving hospital equipment. Every container waiting at sea represents another business somewhere that's counting on it. Then hour 6 arrives. This is where psychology starts changing. News channels now show endless aerial footage of ships anchored offshore. Social media fills with rumors. People begin asking simple questions. Should I buy groceries today, Will fuel prices increase? Should businesses prepare for shortages? Most of these fears aren't based on empty shelves. Not yet. They're based on uncertainty. And uncertainty has always spread faster than reality. History has shown that people don't wait until supplies disappear. They react the moment they believe supplies might disappear. That reaction often becomes more damaging than the original problem itself. And while families are just beginning to worry, far out at sea, thousands of ships are still waiting. Each passing hour quietly pushes the global economy closer to a chain reaction that almost nobody can stop. Thousands of ships are still waiting. Each one carries cargo that someone, somewhere, is depending on. A factory is waiting for machine parts. A hospital is expecting medical equipment. A supermarket chain is counting on fresh food. And every hour those ships remain anchored, the pressure spreads further through the system. By the end of the first day, companies begin making difficult decisions. Factories that normally run around the clock start slowing production. Managers look at their inventory and realize they have enough parts for only another day or two. Instead of keeping every production line running, they choose which products are the most important and shut the rest down. It isn't because workers have disappeared. It isn't because machines have broken. It's because one missing component can stop an entire factory. Think about a car. It contains thousands of individual parts. If even one tiny electronic chip doesn't arrive, that vehicle can't leave the assembly line. The same idea applies to smartphones, computers, household appliances, and even medical devices. Soon, trucking companies face another problem. Normally, trucks arrive at ports, collect containers, and head toward warehouses across the country. But now those trucks have nothing to pick up. Thousands of drivers are left waiting, while businesses further inland wonder why their deliveries haven't arrived. The disruption keeps moving like falling dominoes. Warehouses begin emptying faster than they're being refilled. Retailers quietly check which products are likely to run out first. Instead of placing normal orders, they begin competing for whatever stock is already available inside the country. That competition pushes prices higher. At first, customers don't notice much. Store shelves still look full because most retailers keep several days' worth of inventory. But behind those shelves, replacement shipments aren't coming. Then food becomes a growing concern. Many people imagine canned food lasting forever, but a large part of the modern food system depends on constant movement. Fresh fruit, vegetables, seafood, dairy products, and meat travel enormous distances before reaching local stores. Refrigerated containers sitting on ships can only stay cold for so long. Delays increase costs, reduce quality, and eventually force businesses to throw away products that never even reached customers. Energy markets also begin feeling the pressure. Some countries import large amounts of oil, natural gas, and refined fuel through ports. Even if reserves are available, traders know that continued delays could tighten supplies. Fuel prices start climbing, not because stations are empty, but because markets expect future shortages. That expectation alone changes behavior. People begin filling their gas tanks earlier than usual. Businesses order extra supplies. Some consumers start buying more groceries than they actually need. Ironically, those reactions can create shortages faster than the shutdown itself. We've seen this pattern before. When people believe essential goods might become scarce, demand suddenly jumps. Shelves that were expected to last several days can empty within hours. The economy isn't driven only by products. It's driven by confidence, and confidence can disappear surprisingly fast. Meanwhile, shipping companies are losing millions of dollars every single day. Container vessels cost enormous amounts of money to operate, even when they're standing still. Crews must still be paid. Fuel is still consumed. Insurance costs continue. Every delayed shipment creates another financial burden that someone eventually has to absorb. Eventually, much of that cost reaches ordinary families. Imported products become more expensive. Businesses raise prices. Construction projects slow because building materials arrive late. Manufacturers delay new product launches. Even online shopping changes. Items that once arrived in 2 days suddenly take weeks because replacement inventory is trapped overseas. Governments now face difficult choices. Some begin releasing emergency reserves of fuel or essential supplies. Others work with neighboring countries to redirect cargo wherever possible. Military logistics teams may even assist with transporting critical goods once ports reopen. But restarting isn't as simple as flipping a switch. Even if every port resumes operations tomorrow morning, thousands of ships would arrive almost at once. Containers would need unloading, trucks would need scheduling, rail networks would need reorganizing, and warehouses would suddenly receive weeks of delayed cargo together. The backlog could take months to clear. That's the hidden reality of global trade. Building these supply chains took decades. Breaking them can happen in hours. And fixing them takes far longer than most people imagine. The next time you walk through a supermarket, open a package delivered to your door, or buy something made on the other side of the world, it's worth remembering the invisible journey that product took to reach you. Behind every item is a network of ships, ports, trucks, railways, warehouses, and millions of workers spread across continents. Most of the time, we never think about that system because it works so smoothly. But the moment the ports stop moving, the world gets a powerful reminder that modern life depends on countless connections operating together every single day. It's one of the largest machines humanity has ever built, and when one critical part stops, the effects travel much farther and much faster than most people ever realize. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more stories that uncover the hidden systems shaping our world, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.